Don't push, I got Dinar's exclamation mark ... talk on the same level because she knows now what you know. These are the facts and this is what I want to know apostrophe ... You want to ask them, what is your fee you're going to charge me to exchange my currency at your bank? 2. What type of insurance do you have because FDIC only covers me for $250,000. Do you have supplemental insurance? Next thing you want to know is how are you going to be able to get your money out? What is the procedure for you to withdraw? Can you only withdraw $10,000 per week? Per day? What are my limitations? If I want physical cash, not electronic, how much can I take out? What are my limitations? Do you have lawyers? CPA? Bookkeepers? IRS agent? Would your lawyers be able to help you set up trust funds? I want to protect my money. Al-Alak, the monetary situation in Iraq is very excellent, and the launch of Riyadh Bank is imminent. Article 2, monetary stability achieves economic stability and sustainable development. Article 3, banks are the most traded sector in the Iraqi market in terms of value. CBI records huge sales of more than $300 million in auction today. They keep telling us the auctions on US dollars will end this year. Many believe the target may be this week to end those auctions. Iraq continues to move in a positive direction. Let's hope this continues. For me, I'm happy about being invested into the Iraqi stock exchange. Long term, I think that's going to do a lot better than what the Iraqi dinar has to offer. That's just my opinion. But I'm more than confident you'll get more for your buck by being invested in the Iraqi stock exchange. Don't pay attention to anyone, don't trust anymore except for Sadoni and what Sadoni tells Alak. Notice I removed Barzani from the trust circle. The Central Bank of Iraq, CBI, revealed, the country's imports rose significantly in 2024. The CBI mentioned in a report that Iraq's imports significantly increased by 158.1% in the first quarter of 2024 compared to the same period in 2023. Iraq's imports from Turkey increased by 32% in the first quarter of 2024 compared to the same period in 2023, according to the report. Question: I'm just curious, what if Parliament doesn't sign off before the 10th? Marks: if they don't make it, I'm still sticking around until they do. I still think we could see the RV before Christmas. Possibly in the next few days. Worst case scenario, by the end of January. What we're seeing now is a very clear picture of the monetary reform and where it's at. Its process may have been slow, but it is successful. The evidence shows the citizens are not going to fail and they are very eager to do this monetary reform as Sadoni and Alak have explained it to them. This year they were receiving the monetary reform education. There is still more education that will be coming, i.e. the pictures, the electronic boards. Most notably Trump and Macron. Nekirvan Barzani meets world leaders in Paris. Quote, in response to an official invitation from French President Emmanuel Macron, Nekirvan Barzani, president of the Kurdistan region, participated, along with a number of world leaders and presidents, in the reopening ceremony of the historic Notre Dame Cathedral in Paris. TV talking about old and new currency, how they will coexist. Mr. Sami said, remember, they want all done by the 10th. Frank, I told you so. Lol, Sadoni is in control of the new exchange rate. Iraq participates in a ministerial meeting of the Gas Exporting Countries Forum. Why is this important? They are now joining countries that exports gas. This is a whole new market that has the potential to be as big as their oil industry. This helps them increase the value of their currency. The monetary reform is an agreement. It is comprised of many different parts. The best part I can give you as an example would be Article 140. Article 140 is the agreement for the HCL to be given to the citizens through the budget. Nothing is stopping it. I know the HCL is agreed upon. I know Article 140 has taken care of it. The Parliamentary Finance Committee confirmed, on Monday, that the amendment to the budget for next year 2025 will include one paragraph, 12 C, related to the region's oil. Committee member MP Muin Al-Kazemi said in a statement to Al Maluma agency, the amendment of the 2025 budget does not include paragraphs of the three-year budget law approved by the Council of Representatives, but rather included one paragraph, which is 12 C, which relates to the region's oil. He added, the proposed amendment was scheduled to be prepared for a second reading by the Finance Committee during yesterday's session, Sunday, but it was postponed due to the absence of the Minister of Finance and the Ministry's staff for the purpose of final formulation. Prime Minister Mohammed Shia al-Sudani called on the House of Representatives to amend the federal general budget law in order to address the issue of oil marketing in the Kurdistan region, pointing to the daily fine that Iraq bears as a result of not exporting oil in accordance with the agreement signed with Turkey. The World Gold Council announced on Monday that Iraq has risen to third place in the Arab world after Saudi Arabia and Algeria, and 28th globally on the list of the 100 largest countries in terms of gold reserves, after Lebanon was removed from the classification. According to the latest report published by the Council in December 2024, which Shafaq news agency reviewed, Iraq's gold holdings rose to 152.7 tons, up from 152.5 tons last month. These holdings constitute 11.5% of its total other reserves, ranking it third in the Arab world. The Council pointed out that the United States of America continues to top the list of the largest gold holdings in the world, with 8,133.5 tons, followed by Germany with 3,351.5 tons, then Italy with 2,814 tons. Bosnia and Herzegovina came at the bottom of the list with 1.5 tons. The Council did not mention the reason for Lebanon's exit from the list, after it had been ranked third in the Arab world, as its reserves in the previous month amounted to 286.8 tons. The World Gold Council is based in the United Kingdom, and has extensive experience in understanding the factors affecting the gold market. The Council includes the largest gold mining companies in the world. Iraq is in a fragile status. Anytime there is a concern about external forces upsetting Iraq's progress, we feel obligated to inform IQD investors. The situation in Syria is more urgent than most of us realize. Video quote, the takeover of Aleppo by an Islamist rebel group, the US has designated as a terrorist group, has alarmed residents and officials in neighboring Iraq. Residents in Mosul are particularly concerned, as it shares a large border with Syria. Mosul was overrun and ruled by Islamic State militants from 2014 to 2017. Residents in Mosul are concerned the fighting in Syria might embolden rebel sympathizers in Iraq. The president of the Kurdistan region, Nekervan Barzani, met with leaders and heads of state on the sidelines of participating in the reopening ceremony of Notre Dame Cathedral in the French capital, Paris. According to the photos published by the presidency of the region, the most prominent leaders and chiefs that President Nekervan Barzani met with are French President Emmanuel Macron, US President-elect Donald Trump, and American billionaire and businessman Elon Musk.